The Young and the Restless Tuesday, August 25th update. Doomed lovers deal, marriage challenge, big comeback. The Young and the Restless YNR spoilers update for Tuesday, August 25th. Indicate that there'll be a new agreement that'll lead to problems. One recently reconciled couple will also be put to the test. A long-awaited return will come into play too, so some great stuff will be happening in Genoa City. Let's start with Nate Hastings' Sean Dominic, since he's hoping to make a big comeback in the field of medicine. Nate will open up to Stephanie Simmons' Vivica A. Fox about just how much it'd mean to get back in the operating room. Stephanie will gush over Nate's surgical skills and how they're ready to welcome him back with open arms at Memorial. It's just a matter of whether the procedure on Nate's hand will actually work, but he'll have good odds with an expert like Dr. Price running the show. Over with Victor Newman, Eric Braden, and Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott. Their newly repaired marriage will be tested. Victor's disapproval of Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, being Nick Newman's Joshua Morrow sponsor will be an issue in his relationship with Nikki. Even so, Nikki may insist Nick deserves to decide for himself whether he wants Jack's guidance. Nikki may get Victor to calm down in the end and focus on the other battles he's been dealing with lately instead. Speaking of battles, Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinle will want to go up against Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller in one. Kyle will be surprised when Victoria has an idea for a rivalry that could work in favor of their family businesses. This might be some sort of publicity stunt or something along those lines. Kyle and Victoria will end up facing off somehow, so that'll pave the way for them to surrender to temptation before the week of August 24th to 28th winds down. The deal ahead could lead to Victoria and Kyle becoming doomed lovers, so don't miss the fallout. In the meantime, Kyle will get on board with Victoria's plan, so he'll try to sell Jack and Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, on it before long. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Kyle will have some huge news to spill, so stick. Genoa City is about to become even more dangerous as The Young and the Restless delivers an explosive Tuesday, August 25th episode. A risky business agreement could ignite an irresistible romance. Victor Newman's marriage faces fresh strain, and Nate Hastings gets closer to reclaiming the career he thought was gone forever. Meanwhile, Jack Abbott finds himself at the center of yet another Newman family conflict, proving that peace never lasts long in this town. With emotions running high and alliances shifting by the minute, here's everything coming up in Tuesday's
Victoria
dramatic
and
episode.
Kyle
strike a dangerous deal. Victoria Newman has never been afraid to think outside the box, and she's about to surprise Kyle Abbott with a proposal neither of them expected. Instead of treating each other as rivals from opposite family dynasties, Victoria believes there may be a way to turn their competition into an advantage. Her idea involves creating a public rivalry that could benefit both Newman Enterprises and Jabot, generating attention while giving both companies a boost. At first glance, it sounds like smart business. The problem is that Victoria and Kyle already share undeniable chemistry, and spending more time together could blur the line between strategy and attraction. Kyle ultimately agrees to hear Victoria out, and before long he'll have major news to share with Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott. But while the business angle may look harmless on paper, viewers know this partnership is setting the stage for something much more complicated. If their professional collaboration turns personal, they could become Genoa City's next forbidden couple. Victor and Nikki face another marriage test. Victor Newman may have repaired his relationship with Nikki, but that doesn't mean smooth sailing lies ahead. The latest source of tension comes from an unexpected place, Jack Abbott. Victor remains furious that Jack has become Nick Newman's recovery sponsor. From Victor's perspective, Jack has no business inserting himself into Newman family matters, regardless of his intentions. Nikki sees things differently. She believes Nick deserves the freedom to choose who supports him during his recovery, and if Jack is helping him stay on the right path, she isn't eager to interfere. That difference of opinion creates another crack in Victor and Nikki's otherwise renewed marriage. Fortunately, Nikki may succeed in calming Victor before the disagreement spirals completely out of control. She'll likely remind him that Nick's sobriety should matter more than old Abbott Newman grudges. Still, knowing Victor, letting go of resentment is much easier said than done. Nate Hastings sees hope again. For Nate Hastings, Tuesday's episode offers one of the most hopeful moments he's experienced in quite some time. After losing the surgical career that defined his identity, Nate finally gets encouraging news about returning to medicine. He opens up about how much it would mean to operate again, revealing just how deeply he misses the operating room. Stephanie Simmons offers exactly the reassurance Nate needs. She praises his remarkable talent as a surgeon and makes it clear the Memorial Hospital would welcome him back with open arms if his hand surgery succeeds. The biggest question now becomes whether Dr. Price's procedure will restore the function Nate needs. For the first time in a long while, Nate has genuine reason to believe his comeback isn't just wishful thinking. His optimism could become one of the episode's brightest emotional beats. Jack finds himself under fire again. Jack Abbott can never seem to escape Victor's wrath, and Tuesday proves no different. His decision to sponsor Nick places him squarely in Victor's crosshairs once again. From Jack's perspective, this has nothing to do with business wars or family rivalries. He simply wants to help Nick maintain his sobriety and build a healthier future. Unfortunately, Victor refuses to separate good intentions from family politics. That leaves Jack balancing multiple pressures at once. He's already dealing with Chancellor-related challenges, and now he must defend his role in Nick's recovery while trying to keep tensions from exploding. The Abbott-Newman feud rarely stays quiet for long, and this latest disagreement threatens to reopen old wounds. Kyle's big announcement changes everything. Once Kyle commits to Victoria's proposal, he wastes little time preparing to present the idea to Jack and Diane. That conversation promises to become one of Tuesday's biggest turning points. Jack and Diane may initially focus on the business opportunities, but the audience can already see warning signs. The more Kyle works alongside Victoria, the harder it will become to ignore their growing attraction. What begins as corporate maneuvering could quickly evolve into emotional chaos. Given the history between the Newman and Abbott families, any romance between Victoria and Kyle would create massive fallout on both sides. Victor would undoubtedly explode. Jack would find himself caught between supporting his son and dealing with yet another Newman conflict. And Diane would likely have plenty to say about the situation as well. Bigger trouble is brewing. Tuesday's episode doesn't just move current storylines forward, it plants seeds for even bigger drama later in the week. The Victoria-Kyle partnership appears destined to become far more personal. Victor's obsession with controlling his family continues creating conflict with Nikki. Jack's role in Nick's recovery keeps placing him in increasingly dangerous territory. And Nate's medical journey could finally deliver the redemption he's been chasing for years. Every storyline seems poised to collide. Final thoughts. Tuesday's The Young and the Restless episode blends heartfelt hope with explosive conflict, giving viewers a little bit of everything. Nate's possible return to surgery offers an uplifting storyline, but the real fireworks may come from Victoria and Kyle's risky alliance. What starts as a clever business arrangement already feels like the beginning of a forbidden romance that could shake both the Newman and Abbott families. Meanwhile, Victor's refusal to back down ensures his feud with Jack remains as fierce as ever, putting additional pressure on Nikki to keep her marriage intact. As these storylines continue unfolding, Genoa City's latest deals, rivalries, and unexpected attractions promise consequences that could change everything in the days ahead.